with the cast. Enjoying. No, have fun with it. This is about just kind of having fun with it too. Yeah.
We see a table of crayons. We
all just got
crayons.
This is very much crayons. There's Transformers in this room too. All my endorphins are firing.
We're kicking it down here with every kind of fun we can, and
I love it.
As you all know, creation is what matters here at Comic-Con because. As I always say, they come here and they don't apologize for what they love. Whether it's cosplay or whether it's animation or anything else they want to do, as well as learning to be the next step too. Because there's panels about voice acting and panels about creating their own comic books and even marketing that stuff too. So I think that's always kind of fun here as well. I guess you guys have your panel coming up. Can someone tell me what can fans expect today? This will come out after, of course, but
yeah, we had an amazing a Prime Video kind of sneak peek into their adult animation panel yesterday. Obviously, we have season 3 of the Legend of Vox Machina October 3rd, so we're going to get to show some cool stuff from that, as well as a sneak peek at our other animated series, the Mighty Nein, which might be coming sometime next year. We don't know. I shouldn't make promises I can't keep. Really? We have a little sneak peek from an animatic from that, and I mean, it's such a dream to be able to take these characters that we've been playing for almost 10 years now and have them be in these animated series and comic books and to approach them from different ways. But we're going to talk about that, everything that was going on in Campaign 3 of Bell's Hells. We also had the conclusion of Aor Downfall this past Thursday.
Yes.
So there's a mountain of stuff to talk about.
Let's start with Vox now. Whenever you get past the first season, it's always the pilot, the first season, and then you aim for like season 3. Yeah. When syndication kicks in, and everyone's happy. That whole dream. So, can you tell a bit about your character and the growth you've seen in them up until 3 now?
Yeah.
Anybody can say
I
that.
feel like season 3 is where. With most shows, like, you really get to see the characters hit their stride.
Yeah.
And this is no exception. Like, we've all grown with each other at this point, and now in this season you get to see us really see the complications that come with that and the challenges that come with outside influence. When your relationships are already strong, what happens when other people come in?
Yeah, and of course all the characters know each other really well, and whenever you know people really well, that also comes with some moments of contempt and being this again, really, you asshole.
And I think on that note, this series starts with our very close friends, but just like every family with its complications and grudges and alliances and loves that have the relationships get more complicated and deepened as the season goes on.
Well, and I want to ask too. As you are a close-knit group too, a lot of voice work is done with, he's doing it from England, he's doing it from here, he's doing it on the road in their own studios too. Yep. So what do you think you gain by not only knowing each other really well, but also being able to be around each other too when this stuff kind of gets created?
I mean, beyond the comfort of being excited to get in there and play together, we also know each other's humor. We know how to play and kind of anticipate certain reads and get to surprise each other on the mic. And because we're executive producers of the show, we get to change things. If in the booth we have a different idea, we get to just adjust. Yeah, it's a very unique perspective to be in. So and it is a collaboration across the board. So it's us recording it, and then it's also us being able to collaborate with the people in the room, the writer. Yeah, it's a wild, unexpected, fruitful experience to be so flexible with how we see the product.
And to us with each other, we trust each other so much that we can really let go creatively.
And plus, we're never really out of the iterative creative process. We write scripts, we jump in there, and then any one of us is free to just go off on a tangent and see what happens. I mean, that's where our origin comes from anyway, is just sitting around at a table trying to make each other laugh or cry or, blow snot bubbles, whatever. That's if we deviate from that too much, we know we've lost our way.
Well, when you have a close-knit group of friends, it always works out well. You kind of create stuff. The problem is you always need the one person who wrangles everyone back in, because everyone wants to top each other and do better and do more. It's almost like, how gross can I be in this joke to kind of make everyone else talk?
Very true.
Which is cool,
true.
but you need to have someone's like, all right, come on, let's not,
Yeah.
Gotta have the babysitter, right?
Yeah. But I love it
let's color in the lines a little.
Everybody in that group, everybody in our
be
group
on that.
is
Both of those roles.
yeah.
that's true.
I would
Okay.
say so too.
And it depends on the day. It depends on who's kind of running the ship in that moment. And so there's definitely days where you have to be like, circle up, guys, circle up, come on,
Bring
come
it
on,
in,
rein it in.
Herding cats.
Yeah, herding cat.
Yeah.
Oh, when it comes to your characters, what can we expect? I guess if you just kind of tell us, like, how we find them when we come into this new season.
Boy, so we just
Pressed.
left season 2, where the Vox Machina was celebrating taking down another member of the Chroma Conclave. They've been approached by Raishan, and there's going to be a pitch that's made as they try and finish off the rest of that gaggle of dastardly dragons.
They are gaggle. They're quite gaggling.
But I'm sure they'll make all the wrong choices, and that some consequences will go.
What do you mean? No, it always works out.
Yeah, just like we planned.
Sure.
That is what we're known for.
Travis, you think Titmouse will hire me?
Based off of that?
Yeah.
Sure. Yikes. Although the anime sparkles are nice.
Yeah.
Oh,
We still have some time, so don't worry. You can catch
Okay,
up.
okay,
We
okay.
have I mean, that's the thing. There's so many people. They do different speeds. Some people are slashers. Some people are outliners when it comes to crayons too. So
The outline I feel like is a very 90s thing to do. I feel like it was,
You don't realize, but sometimes even some of the way you color is like instituted by your parents too, because your parents
for
were
sure.
there doing like,
They're like,
I
this
do
is
it
how
like
you
my
do
parents
this.
did.
100%.
There's a lot of
Some
therapy
trauma
here that
out,
I can't give you actual facts. I'm just throwing it out there as a true thing too. I'm living in a fantasy realm as well.
That's how facts start.
little truthiness.
I can ask from this last season, what were your favorite group ups that, if you were with someone else or some kind of conversation you really did enjoy where you thought, this really kind of, pushed my character a little bit more, or more importantly, it just was so off the wall nutty that I enjoyed every second of it.
From the previous season or from this
The
other
one
previous
that's coming
season,
out.
yeah.
Previous
Well,
season.
the first one, no one's seen it yet, but we
Yeah.
want people to look back a little bit, kind of rewatch it and get ready as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like I always loved the interactions with the twinsies.
Some good twin stuff.
Yeah. I feel like Vex always has walls up. And, in season 3, we get to see that come down a little bit. But really, the only person she shows her true self to for a long time is with Vax. So I always enjoy those moments where we get to just have real talk.
Yeah, I'd say jumping off of that, I actually really enjoyed a lot of the Keyleth and Vex stuff that we got to explore because there was always so much like, when your brother starts dating a new girl and you're like, who's this bitch? So there was a lot of fun stuff to, have some girl bonding time.
Yeah.
That was really, really nice to have.
Yeah. I know you're talking about the previous season, but I feel like in this season, there are some pair-ups of people that we don't get to peek in a lot. They're, we get to see some other stories.
Right.
Also, say,
Ooh, what are you hinting at?
say first season, Percival DeRollo was such an edgelord. And, and it's very nice. We saw in season 2 kind of him coming out of that vengeance-fueled narrative and trying to kind of discover who he is when he's not just fueled by vengeance. And season 3, we get to explore a little more of that direction. And it's a very interesting character. Usually, you get to watch somebody start great, and then the life breaks, and you watch them go into a vengeful path. We got the opposite with Percy. And now it's not like, who am I now that I'm not trying to murder something?
I'm excited for the bad guys.
Yeah.
Well, we look forward to maybe a musical episode, all music, all melodic, Speaking melodic after that gets boring. You want to keep the beat going throughout the whole thing too.
Are you talking about like when Buffy did that one musical?
Everyone does like one musical. And like,
true.
we don't know what to do anymore, guys. Look, we're gonna do a musical and just be more interesting.
No, we just cast sings.
Yeah, it's always an ABC family show.
Yep.
One's gonna be a musical. Can everyone sing? Fine.
you're actors.
You'll
sing too,
talk.
right?
You'll talk.
enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then too. So. It's all about the inventiveness of them too. So
That's true. That's true.
So tell us about this new one that we're going to see an animatic of. Or they get to see an animatic.
Yeah. Mighty Nein.
So excited about Mighty Nein.
Yeah, it's obviously the Legend of Vox Machina started with all of the characters together. Mighty Nein, as we are hinting at a little bit here, we're showing how some of these characters meet or find their way together. We affectionately call it Session 0 sessions, where you're figuring out who the characters are, what are their backstories, how might they kind of fit together. Right. And this first little animatic is a peek at the characters Ford and Jester. Obviously, Ford is the better character, but you contractually have to put Jester in there, I guess. And it's great. It's amazing also watching our audience already just take stabs at it on socials, trying to figure out like when in the timeline is it, how much are we going to see, is it happening with each character? Right. And one of the things we can say is that with both series we're able to reinvent how the story is going to be told, freshen it up, make it interesting for fans that are super familiar with Mighty Nein or Vox Machina, and make sure that there's something new and surprising for everybody. So we're just gonna say it now, and we'll definitely be saying it until it comes out. It's an entirely new take on some of your favorite moments and events that happen with those characters, but nothing is for certain.
And that animatic is just the tip of the iceberg.
Y'all don't even know.
No. Well, you come here to Comic-Con too. What kind of interaction have you got so far from Vox? You know, of course, the animatic will kind of give you some more when they kind of see it and they kind of make those connections as well. But what have you gotten from fans from this or other cons as well when it comes to Vox?
I always like seeing people, the characters that they gravitate to.
Right. Does it tell a lot about them? It defines them a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, it's always surprising. Like, I think that no one would care that much about a 400-year-old, 3.5-foot gnome that's a woodworker, but man, he resonates with folks. You know? He is my spirit animal. You're saying the stuff I want to say. I don't know if that's a good thing. But
sometimes you got to cosplay with your body type.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
I think that the cosplay is the other part of it. Liam's always so good about saying like, "Hey, can we see everybody in the audience that's repping out their favorite characters?" And to us, that's just the magic of it. The cosplay and also the people that have started playing tabletop role-playing games for the first time, right? If they had never done it before, if they never knew it was something that they could do. For me, I had never played until we sat in Matt Marisha's living room for the first time and just started rolling some dice. It didn't really involve a rule book. It didn't involve an education on what the rules were like. It was just jumping into a narrative, playing with your friends, and laughing at yourself as you do it. Right. And there's such an analog magic to that, and I think there's a place at the table for everybody.
Now, as we go through, of course, I love talking to voice actors for so many things. I mean, I had Looney Tunes before. I've had Ninja Turtles already. We just had SpongeBob crew in here as well.
Oh, yes. Tom Kenny, baby.
25 years of just that alone is amazing, too. But I do want to... 25 years.
That's wild.
That is one. That's still a very fresh pineapple for sure.
It's so good. It's so good.
It's so good.
As I wrap up the questions I get asked, so through your career right now, what is the one voice you still kind of smile about and you think about like it was just a fun moment to kind of encapsulate this character?
Oh, that is a great question.
We're talking
anything, the whole smash.
Because it could have just been your first gig. You're like, I can do this. This is something I can do, or just something that really kind of took you somewhere too. So, do you want to start? We'll start here. Do you want to start?
Oh, sure. Well, I feel like this is.
Is it loaded when I go with you? Unfortunately,
no, it's not. No, I feel like still to this date, this might be an obvious choice, but I would probably go with Ellie. In The Last of Us.
Who?
Yeah.
From what?
Right. But also,
not a fan.
Also, really excited about shit. Absolute shit. Also, Yasha in Mighty Nein. It's something I'm really excited about.
I like it. I like it.
Very cool.
Very excited.
Yeah, I mean, Keyleth will always have a special place in my heart for sure. It's been amazing being able to bring her back to life with Legend of Vox Machina, but I mean, you never forget your first, right? So that for me, that was Margaret for the persona.
Yeah.
Which was great, and that was I was given a shot, to jump into this business. So that one will always have a special place.
Oh gosh.
Please say one of my
so-
favorites. Please say one of my.
No, I'm not going to say that one.
Come on.
No.
Okay.
But I will say, I mean, Jester, hands down. I feel like I have the most fun that I've ever had doing voice recording sessions that I do with her, and like creating her was a blast, and then getting to actually like be her on a microphone is also ridiculous.
It's too good.
Be
Yeah,
her.
It's too good.
To be her, she becomes. I become her. I cannot separate myself.
That's what our house is like. We just talk
pretty
in
much.
stupid voices all the time.
But OG wise, I would say Toru Honda
Oh,
from Fruits Basket.
Fruits
Yeah. She was like the first character that I ever fully connected with and wanted to emulate in my own life. So yeah.
We were just talking about that anime the
Little
other day.
Rice
It's
Bowl.
so
so
good.
good. It's so
It's so
good.
beautiful.
Looks like he's
Man,
playing.
I'd say for recent stuff.
Hashtag Goku.
Oh man, I getting to dig into Baldur's Gate 3 as Minsk, one of my favorite characters in video games. Period.
Gotcha.
Was a huge moment to bring him to life and pay homage to the character that I've loved so much. Was incredible. As far as like first roles, or early roles that we connect with. There's an anime project called Fate Zero where I played a character named Kiritsugu at the end that I really enjoyed digging into.
We're getting wraps on, so just make it quicker. Sorry, guys.
Oh
be
yeah,
quicker.
Sorry, lightning
mine's
round.
fast. My Grog is cosplaying Goku and Ashton. And mine would be the character Thor. I was actually not really good at doing accent work and had to kind of learn on the fly, which happens in voiceover sessions a lot. So being able to do Thor Odinson is always a joy.
I finished my art.
Oh
So
yeah.
good.
Oh.
And the way I can answer this different ways on different days, but today I'll say for the World of Warcraft, I've been the voice of Illidan Stormrage in that game series for a long, long time. And I love lots of roles, but that's one that I've played for such a long time. And it was the first time I got a role where it sounds nothing like me. I mean, he's just so much bigger than I am, and it was the first time that I understood, I get to play in this world, in this industry, I get to play all kinds of roles.
Right.
Not just skinny little goobers
Very
like
cool.
me.
Well, show us your artwork here as we go. We're gonna wrap
Yes.
up here. Want to thank you very much. Would you care to rage? Even goblins can be pious. All right.
Wow!
Woo. Artistic. Love it.
I like the lists
So
with the emojis.
So it is
Emoji list?
His sentient armor.
Thank you so
good.
so
Basically,
much.
God.
We didn't have Kiki. I wanted to have her on the.
That's good representation.
Well, I thank you for coloring with us. I hope you had fun. Please sign your artwork. I'll show everyone at the end.
Oh my
And more importantly, enjoy Comic-Con and the creativity and all the love you have here too.
No, thank you for having us.
thank
It's so much fun.
Thank you so
Great.
much.